Hammersheim trying to bloom. It's slowly putting buds out without dropping them this time. Wind's beating them up. This is one of my red adeniums. Came from Dr. Cho, Mr. Cho's lines. This is Parishka, all beat up from the wind. Another one of the Dr. Cho adeniums. I got a lot of leaf spot this year on them. And this one is just a pink one that I had grafted. That it actually, the graft died and the rootstock took over. And this is a Dr. Cho, Mr. Cho rather, adenium. These adeniums are at least 10 years old, probably more like 13, maybe even more. And then the other white, this one's pure white. The red one's flushing out. I got a lot of soot on my plants this past year from the crepe myrtles above them. They were up under them. Now I gotta spray them with some oil, get rid of it. This one has a dark red. It's a dark red with a real dark ring around the outside of the bloom. Can't see them too good with this camera. And this is a white pico with the pink edging. The camera's not even picking it up, it's so bright. Get this one right here. Sometimes these colors are so intense that the camera don't even do nothing for them. And this is poor little Schlossberg. First flush of the year. And they're ripped to shreds. And they look very ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And over here, we have, who is this? This is Sweet Fantasy. And it's all ripped up. But it's holding up better than Schlossberg. So that says something for it. It actually, Sweet Fantasy has more of a vigorous growth too than Schlossberg. And this is Peruvian Princess trying to put out a few buds. Got them on. Had another flood here about a month ago, and everything lost all its leaves again. So they were all budded out then, and then they had to gear up again, make more. This down here is just a little, it's maybe 2 foot tall. But you can see it's wide. And it's also got buds on it. So we get a lot of that here in Florida. They don't have to get real big to bud out. And over there is a little Old Faithful. He was up under these trees right here. Were solid 2 days ago. My husband cut them all back. We cut all these palm trees back just recently. So there would be room for air and light to come through in the flower bed this winter. Now I've got to do something with the ground. It's a mess. It's a mess. Over here is a bunch of my plants that I had underneath the tree. And they're groaning for more light right now. So I got to get them potted up. You can see my pineapples in the distance. And you can see the shade house back behind there. I'm still working on cleaning it all up. The If my back would cooperate, I could get it done a lot quicker. But it doesn't seem to want to, so it's one day at a time. One shovel load at a time, one weed at a time, one pot at a time. And that's about it for around here. Everything else is in the backyard is kind of dormant.